Okay guys, ready to go? Let's go. What's happening guys, Martin is back again. Final video of the day. This is one I did mention I would do a review of. I'm just waiting for my bottle of the Oud for Glory, which is an original bottle. I did have a decant and it's just making sure now obviously that the two are the same, but ultimately guys, as I say, I managed to personally get this at a reduced price. This is a real thing from Selfridges in the UK. However, it seems to be, and again I've seen a recent video, be careful with people buying fakes of fragrances, because sometimes if you're going to pay more and you do end up getting less. So ultimately guys, I know this is an expensive one, but this is the box that it comes in. For those that follow me guys on Instagram, you'll see that I made mention of this one as well. So please do not go and forget and see, you'll see it scrolling along the screen all the time. Please do not forget to keep up with the daily stories that I do. Not always fragrance related, but ultimately it comes back to fragrances. However, this is the box it comes in, and this is Oud for Greatness by Initio. You can see on the box guys with the packaging. Ultimately guys, this is one of those fragrances that is not a joke. I mean, it comes in the UK at £250. That is a lot of money for a fragrance. I'm not going to in any way try and say that this is something that you have to have in your life. Definitely not. You have to be at a certain level maybe for yourself to go and purchase and justify it. It's a lot of money and I don't really think it's always justifiable, but you know, it is what it is. So ultimately guys, you can see this is the box, this is the packaging. Lovely box, standalone. This will do on itself, and this does actually open up with the information you've got there, and then you've got this type of velvet, and again it's nice presentation. It's a really good presentation. I've not even pulled this out yet to see what comes in here. I think it's just some information in respect of, let's have a look, initial parfum, and then you get the card and you can see some information there, and so forth. So ultimately guys, I mean, when you spend this amount of money, you definitely do need to make sure you're getting quality. And again, I would highly recommend to avoid buying, personally I wouldn't buy these at discount. It's not like it's Creed anymore where it's going to be so, it's going to be just pretty much like, I don't know, so many different websites saying that they've got the original versions, they've got certain batches, everything else like that. So you just got to be very careful when purchasing these fragrances. Anyway guys, so this is the box, this is a presentation. As I say, you can see the eye, I believe it's called the Eye of Providence on the front there, and information on the side. However, onto the actual bottle itself and the fragrance itself guys. And there you go guys, there you have it. Hopefully this one, you can see it. So ultimately guys, as you see, people have done reviews on this one. I'm not the first one to do a review, but for me, this is the second one from the House of Initio for myself. You can see some details there on the front. Hopefully that comes up. Yep. And then also again, just a final point, you can see the bottle, and you can see what you're dealing with here. So for me guys, this is one of those fragrances that you've got to, the first time I smelled it, I wasn't particularly interested. I thought to myself, what is this smell? This thing will not leave my hand. This thing that is one of those smells which can be seen somewhat medicinal to some people. It's not going to be for everybody. I've looked at other reviews that people have done, and ultimately it does say Oud for Greatness, but it's not necessarily Oud. It's not a genuine Oud. The note of Oud does seem to, it does, in my opinion, I pick up on that note. But again, apparently it's not a real Oud. It's like a synthetic way of creating Oud, similar to probably like ambroxan. So yeah, it's saying, and this is according to Fragrantica, saying it's got saffron, nutmeg, lavender, argwood, Oud, patchouli, and musk. Now again, as I say, I'm not the expert fragrance person, so to speak, when it comes to knowing the extent of the ingredients, but ultimately from the information I've looked into, this doesn't appear to actually be genuine Oud, so I think you should check that one out as well. But it does smell good though guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to front about that. It does smell good. It smells like one of those fragrances that does smell like money. Is it worth £250? I'm going to say no, I don't believe it should be £250. I think realistically probably around about £200 I think would be a good shout. And you can see the top there as well. Top comes off, and then the spray distribution. Fantastic fragrance guys. Opens with the saffron, opens with this nutmeg note, sweet, nice. If there's like I'd say even like a jasmine note in there, and if there is like a Oud note, now's the time you really get a bit of a sense of it. This woodsy, if you could even say like a cinnamon as well, sort of note, even sandalwood note going on there, and then it starts to dry down with this type of borderline, even like a resin Oud sort of smell, and then it leaves you with this nice Nice, deep, creamy. And again, it's funny when I talked about the other fragrance, I'd say that Youthful Glory did smell a little bit like a popcorn sort of dry down to me in the other one. But this one doesn't give me that at all. This smells like the business. This one smells like you're smelling quality. It's a well blended fragrance. It's a nice smooth transition as well. Yes, it may not be for everyone. It's one of those fragrances that, again, it could be a little bit harsh to some people, and it could be one of those fragrances you think to yourself, did I really want to spend this amount of money? So just be careful there, have a real think about it. I'd really encourage buying decants if you can before you purchase the fragrance for this amount of money. Fantastic fragrance, guys, well blended. I'm yet to get any female compliments on it, as you know I like to do, but it's just one of those fragrances, guys, that I can just see I will enjoy this. I don't need anyone else to tell me they like it or not. I've had a shower, I've come out the shower, and I can still smell it on skin. This fragrance to me smells like money. It smells to me like a quality perfumer. This is art to me. This is art to me. Now, I know that the cap, the bottle, everything else that goes into it pushes and elevates slightly more the feeling of something that you've achieved when you're wearing this fragrance. So obviously, you know, if that's what you feel about the fragrance, fine. But I'm gonna say again, do not feel like you need this fragrance as to be, you know, whatever you need to be. This is not the be all and end all. The alternative fragrance, again, the Youthful Glory, I will do a review on that one in a bit more detail, but I have done a review on it, but I will do a comparison video. But ultimately, guys, for the price point, it's not worth that amount of money. But again, for the actual scent itself, I do enjoy the scent, guys. I find it very, it's quite intoxicating as a fragrance goes. And I don't want to say it's a masterpiece because that's always going to be subjective. But to me, if I were to compare this alongside, say for instance, Pegasus, it's a different type of fragrance, but alongside Pegasus from Perfumes de Mali, alongside Layton from Perfumes de Mali, two completely different fragrances, three completely different fragrances, all of them deserve their own place, and this one deserves its place. So ultimately, guys, for me, I'm really happy to have this fragrance. Some people say it's a waste of money, a waste of time. I understand that, but again, I'm just saying in my circumstances, I didn't necessarily pay it in the same way like other people. Equally, there's a lot of reviewers who do get their stuff for free, or YouTube is paying them so much money that to them this is nothing. So I'm not one of those YouTubers, guys. So I'm gonna ask you again, if you do like the content, please don't forget to like and also subscribe if you can, if you wish, and hopefully, guys, we get into building the channel. But ultimately, guys, I'm gonna say from my reviews and what I've done, if you trust my nose, this is a good fragrance. You can't blind buy this one, I would say. You gotta really pay your money for it. You know, so therefore make sure you get a decant, smell it. But ultimately, guys, this one smells like a real, I want to say a masculine fragrance, but it's a fragrance that will do its job. And I really enjoy this fragrance, and hopefully you enjoy it too. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.